right. So I have a little unscheduled live stream tonight. So usually I do these, and it's generally for the people who watch the restream, because I don't schedule my live streams. I try to, but I can't keep to a schedule. So I'm going to do all signs, love and relationship for the next 7 days. Let's see. If you see the smoke coming across my screen, that's just the incense and sage and cedar kind of burning away. Hope everybody's good that joins me tonight. And those of you who watch this on the restream, I hope you guys are doing well. All right. Friday night. I'm going to give it a minute before I get started. So this will be time stamped. So I will time stamp these as I go along. Make sure I have my pen handy. Right. Hello, hello. Let's start with fire signs and then earth signs, air signs, and then water signs. We're going to talk about love and relationships tonight. So I'm working with 7 or 8 decks here. So I'm going to try and rotate them. Give it another minute. CA, hey, how are you? Let me do this. I add you as a moderator. There you go. Glad you could join me. Okay, so we're going to start with Aries. Aries. All my kids are in bed. So, what else is there to do on a Friday night? Hello, Phoenix Light. I'm doing good. I could complain about something, but I'm not going to. I mean, we could all find something to complain about. So let's see. Aries. Oh, Aries, serendipity. Nice. Something unexpected, but good. It's nice to have something good and unexpected come into your life, isn't it? All right. So Aries, let's talk about your love relationship. Okay. Ace of Wands, reversed. Usually you don't read a lot of reversals, only because that's just not my method, but I think I'm going to switch things up tonight, just for the fun of it. Aries, okay, so you, Ace of Wands, King of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Six of Cups, and your person, the Star, Seven of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. All right, Aries. Aries, what's going on in your love life? Let's just explore this for a minute. So you have serendipity here. So this is pretty cool. This means there's something big and unexpected coming out. And, this card doesn't come out a lot. It's one of those cards that, it's not a stalker card. It's just usually maybe once in a great while I see it. So I feel like that means there's something really good coming your way that's unexpected. So if it's money, if it's, work or career related, that's definitely a good sign. This could be even about a relationship or your relationship, but I don't feel like that's what that's about. I feel like it's just saying This is like the thing that you probably didn't expect that's going to end up being something really good for you in the next. Probably, I would say this could be a little ways out, not too far. I'm talking like a couple weeks, a few weeks. So keep your eye out for that. So you have the Ace of Wands reversed, and so I feel like maybe you might have gotten into a bit of a yeah. I feel like you are having a communication issue with your person, and maybe you didn't think that things would go in this direction. So it's like the Ace of Wands is reversed, and the King of Pentacles is reversed, and so. In the same opposing position for your person, the Star is reversed, the Seven of Swords is reversed. So like there's like a big communication issue here. Something isn't quite what it seems. So it's like your person is like feeling this is disappointing, or something isn't living up to what it was supposed to be. I don't feel like it's necessarily the relationship, but there's something in the relationship that's kind of a disappointment. And I feel like they think that they're giving all they can, and you feel like they're not giving all that they can. So you might feel like you're the one giving more to this, and they're just not seeing things through your eyes. And so I feel like the next 7 days is like there's going to be a little bit of a kind of a power struggle. The Ace of Pentacles, though, upright for your person, it's like I think they do kind of like come around and see that there is value in this relationship, that it's worth fighting for. It's worth working on. But I feel like they're just a little bit lazy. I don't know if that makes sense, but they feel like they're a little bit lazy in this, and maybe I'm going to say this from a female perspective, um, and forgive me for saying it that way, but it's like maybe you feel like if you're a female, you feel like you're doing the mothering, and it could be the other way around. You could feel like well, you're being the dad. If this is a male female kind of thing, somebody's like feels like they're being the responsible one, or the one to kind of take care of the important things, or focus on the important things, and the other person is just a little bit kind of out there sometimes, and just seems like they don't care, but they do. They're just kind of a little passive. And so the Six of Cups here is in reverse. So I think this is like, okay, we have to think about, or you have to think about, like, what you really want out of this relationship. What is it going to bring to you? Because it feels like those dreams or those ideas, big ideas, might at the moment feel like they're kind of fleeting. And so I think this relationship just needs a little bit of work. I think you're going to be pressing on your person to step up their game a little bit, and prove their commitment. And I think that they kind of come around because they don't want to lose you. They don't want you to walk away. And I think that they're just bluffing sometimes I feel like this might be a little smug about things, but when it comes down to the brass tacks, they don't want to lose you. And so I think they do actually step up their game. So it's kind of a little weird reading here, the way I see this, but the serendipity coming out, this could be something between you and your person, but I don't really feel like it, Aries. I feel like this is something like external that comes into play here, that is like a big boost to your morale, and it's a big surprise. So especially if you got some money kind of lingering out there that you've been waiting on, I do feel like that might be actually what this is about. But it could be about anything. This is just tarot, and it don't live by this for sure. So Aries, that's kind of what I see for you. And then we're going to do Leo. Leo. I think I'm going to use Light Seers Tarot. Leo, what's going on? I'm a Leo Sun, Leo Rising. But I never, believe it or not, I never pull a tarot card for myself, ever. Leo, Light Seers, and we'll use, gosh, there's so many to choose from. I don't know, we'll see. Leo, you here? boy, oh boy. Never-ending story, Leo. That sounds like my life sometimes. You know, it's like sometimes things just stick around, want to go away. So we'll see what this is about. The Fool, nice. Six of Pentacles, upright. Justice in reverse. Oh, and Strength, upright, and show up in your own reading. You know, I'm not one of those tarot readers that likes to say, okay, well, hey, Leo, this is you, kind of thing, because I feel like it limits things, because we all have charts that are diverse, and I just don't like to do it that way. It's not that it's right or wrong, it's just not my method. Leo, your person. Let's see. Okay, Page of Coins reversed. Six of Cups. Six of Wands. Two Cups reversed. So this is a relationship that you're fighting for. Or actually, I think this is, Leo, this is a relationship that your person is actually fighting for. I think they want it more than you do. Or maybe you've kind of grown tired and you're just like thinking about just going it alone, or moving on from this. You have the Fool, you know, and the Six of Pentacles. I feel like you see things that are out there that might be better for you. Justice is in the reverse, and so it just seems to you that there, you know, I feel like there's something that just is like really not equally yoked on one side or the other. And I feel like you're just like, okay, I've been doing this for a very long time with this person, the never ending story. They keep doing things over and over and nothing is changing. And so sometimes if nothing changes, then nothing changes. And I feel like you want to be the change. You want to have the strength to just move on, but you're kind of clinging on, you're holding on a little bit. They have the Page of Pentacles or the Page of Coins in the reverse. So, you know, I do feel like they kind of aren't telling you everything about some of their stuff, you know, their personal business, or maybe they're kind of concealing things. And I think that, you know, the Six of Cups upright, I think they're just not seeing things clearly. They're kind of just out there. They wouldn't expect that you would just move on. And, you know, they're just hanging on and they think everything's going to be okay. But the Two of Cups in reverse, I think they're in denial about this relationship. So, Leo, it's not like I want to be like, hey, there's bad news coming, you know, but I just see it how I see it. So I kind of feel like, you know, you're ready just to kind of part ways with this person, and they're not really kind of seeing that things for what they are. And so this is kind of your contemplation, or you're contemplating this over the next week, or maybe even 2 weeks. You know, maybe this is just isn't for me and it's time for me to go. So I do feel like, Leo, that's what you're contemplating right now. And so I think that that's going to be the theme for many of you. Now, keep in mind, this, you know, these readings aren't for everybody. That you can't read for a collective or a group of signs and expect that it's going to be for everyone. That's foolish. So keep that in mind. If it resonates for you, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's all there is to it. So, Leo, that's your reading. Sagittarius. Oh, Sagittarius. A bit of a cold. Hope everybody's healthy. We're getting that season where colds start running rampant. Go the distance, Sagittarius. Go the distance. What deck am I going to use? Tarot of Dreams. Let's do that, Marchetti. Sagittarius. My grown daughter is a Sagittarius. Let's see. Okay, 5 of Swords in the reverse. 4 of Coins upright. 7 of Coins upright. And Faith, which would be strength, coming out. So Sagittarius. All right, what are we going to do? Let's do Gilded Tarot. All right, Sagittarius. What is going on? So you have the 5 of Swords in the reverse. So it's like this. You're in a relationship you feel like has promise, but the 4 of Coins, you're kind of, you're not going all in just yet. But you see the promise in this, and you have, this is going to be the right one for you, Mr. or Mrs. Right. 8 of Coins upright. They look at you like, again, there's a lot of promise, but something that they feel like, I do feel like they see you as, I don't want to say a project, that comes out wrong, but it's like they know that they have to be patient with you and just work on things. But they do, I do feel like they really like you. 6 of Cups, another deck comes out. I see this as being realistic in this card, realistic about the potential. And they probably get kind of butterfly with you, you know, they kind of get smitten with you. So I think that they see that there's a lot of value here. And you have the Page of Wands here. They're definitely going to be in pursuit of you over the next week, Sagittarius. And, you know, the Page of Coins in the reverse. They may not, you know, they're probably going to be a little bit overly passionate. But when it comes to, you know, proving themselves, you know, I think that they might, I think they might be a little bit um, put off if you bite right now, if that makes sense. So I think that they might be like liking the act of the pursuit because they really do like you. They really do want to be in this relationship with you, and they do see you as like somebody that's very guarded and careful about what they're doing right now. But then if you, depending on how you respond, they might actually pull back just a little bit because they're not. I think they're expecting you to be something that's going to be a little bit of a hard egg to crack, and so I think that you're probably going to be fare better if you just let this take the slow course and not rush into things. But they do really have something for you. They really do have feelings for you. But I think that again, Sagittarius, you're not over something from the past, and so you're hoping that this has the potential that you've been dreaming of in a relationship for some time. And so I do see you just like being very, very careful. But they might be a little bit hot and cold, just a tad. I don't know why I get that. I just feel like it. So I feel like this is something that's going to take time to work on. Go the distances here. So that's like, you know, this is something that is going to be a long, not a long term, but it's like it's going to take time for this to develop. And you know, if you have Faith here, which is strength coming out, so that just is like, you know, I think part of you wants to be resistant to the advances. But at the same time, part of you wants to give in. If you give in too soon, they might get a little bit spooked. I don't know if that makes sense. If it does, you'll know if this is for you. You'll get what I'm saying. But that's kind of how I see things going on. So this is very, very new, and you're kind of like very fresh out of something. Or if you're not very fresh, you've been kind of holding on to the something really raw from the past for a long time. And in that is like this idea that if you just rush in too soon, you might get hurt, and that's kind of like a fear or like a worry of yours. So Sagittarius and then Taurus. If I don't timestamp these, it'll be a disaster. So I have to take a moment to write it down. Taurus. I'm going to shuffle these real quick before I put them back. I'm like dreading cold and flu season. Even though I get a flu shot because of my work, it's not a guarantee. And then with COVID and all that, you know, it's like every time I have terrible allergies in the fall. So every time something comes up, I'm like, I'm all paranoid constantly. I've had like, I don't know how many COVID tests I've had to have because of work, and it's so unpleasant. Eat it. All right, Taurus. Taurus, what's going on in your love life? Love life. Between worlds. What's that about? Could mean you're not over somebody and you're not quite totally into somebody. Could be wrong. Taurus. Eight of Pentacles, upright. Ace of Wands, upright. Four of Cups in the reverse. Knight of Wands in the reverse. Okay. I feel like I need like another 5 or 6 decks of tarot cards. My wife would probably yell at me. Fool reversed. All right. So Taurus, right away, I feel like they see you working on yourself, and I almost don't even need to pull any more cards, but I'm going to. I feel like they see you like being so focused on something other than them that they're kind of jealous, and you have a vision for something right now that it's like your focus isn't on the relationship, and yeah, King of Cups reverse. So I feel like there's some jealousy here, Taurus. Like there's something that you are really putting your attention to, and I don't think they like it. And the Four of Cups in reverse, I think you're really worried about being disappointed in something, in some outcome of something that you're working on, or there's something that's really important to you. And so that's where your energy has been, and your time and your focus has been. And so the Knight of Wands is in reverse. You are very, very determined to. I do see this as like you're really determined to take care of something very important, very big to you, and it isn't the relationship. And I feel like they are really jealous. They feel like they're stuck. They're not being paid attention to, and they feel like they're being neglected. In the Hermit reverse, so they're not. They're not seeing things the way you are, and so they're just up in their head, maybe making up scenarios that aren't really true. So I think there's just like some kind of imbalance in quality time or something like that. If you've ever read about the 5 love languages, it's something like that. It's like they need quality time and they're not getting it. And the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. They're worried about this falling apart. So I don't think they understand what's going on with you, Taurus. I think that they see you so focused on something else that they might think it's them, but really your mind is on something bigger, more important, and it's something that you have to put your time and energy into. And they're kind of afraid. It makes them feel very insecure. Virgo. Virgo. That between worlds too, Taurus, that kind of plays into it. It's like, take that, apply it for your situation how you will, but that does actually kind of stick out to me now that I think about that. Virgo. What are we going to use? Well, we'll go back to Light Seers. Hi, Ketty. How are you? Virgo. Ooh, death in the reverse. The sun. Wow, that's really, really strange way to have things come out. In the world in reverse. I feel like this is in the Magician in reverse. I feel like there's like a level of acceptance in something. I don't know why that just kind of comes to me like that, but it's like there's this level of acceptance in a situation that is not going to get resolved anytime soon. And so I think you're like making the best of it. You know that things have to take time to play out, and there's some things that you just can't manipulate or make move along. It's just really interesting. So let's see about your person, Virgo. What does this mean? Two of Wands. Knight of Cups. Knight of Wands. Page of Wands. So your person's bombarding you. And you have the death in reverse, Virgo. So there's really some unfinished business. There's something that is not um, there's just something in your relationship, or maybe it's even in your life, or it could be specifically in their life, whatever it is. There's something that is continuing to be a problem, and it's something that's preventing you guys from really having the relationship go to the next level. But I feel like you're just like, you know better than to try and force things. You have the sun here, and you see things for what they are. So I think you're being really patient and understanding. You get it. You know, the world is in reverse. So again, the death is in reverse. The world is in reverse. So everything is kind of just playing out on its own. You know that you can't force things to happen. You can't wrap things up that aren't yours to wrap up. You have the Magician in reverse. So I think you're sitting this out, and you're being very patient. They have the Two of Wands. So I think they actually have some decision to make. For some reason, I just like I hear like there's a big decision. They have to decide on something. And I think that's what's kind of holding things up. But they're really passionate about you with the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands. They don't want to let you go. They have, somebody has unfinished business. Somebody has something that has to be wrapped up. And I don't think it has anything to do with you, or it's totally out of your control. So this is kind of like a wait and see game for the next week or two for you. And then the Page of Wands comes in. So finally, you get some kind of information or news about the situation, and we'll see if that breaks for you or not. But that could be, you know, it could be a little ways off. So for some of you, I feel like there's some, like you might be dealing with somebody that has kids or children from another relationship, and that's something that is causing things to be kind of complicated. And that might be just for one or two people. Let's see though. I didn't pull one of these. Let's see what this is. Loyal heart. So you're staying true to this person in this situation. I think you have enough maturity to understand that this isn't your circus. It's not your monkeys. It's like this is something you have to sit out, but you have a great deal of faith here in belief that if you just don't try to force things, things will play out okay, because I do feel like they have a lot of love and compassion for you. And I think that they might actually feel a little bit foolish about some things that are not kind of wrapped up in their life. So whatever that is, you might be dealing actually with somebody that isn't really divorced yet, or they're kind of just like in a messy divorce. I've been there, done that, and it's no fun. So that could be what it is. So Capricorn 29:45 timestamp. Oh, thank you, Phoenix. I appreciate the feedback. Again, like, you know, it's just a tarot reading. It's not going to be for everybody. Some people like expect like, oh, well, that wasn't for me. Well, it can't be. This isn't a one-on-one reading, you know? And so some people, I don't think, get that or don't understand that. CA, thank you so much. You're awesome. I really appreciate that. All right. Capricorn. Oh, pull this first. It's like I'm on call right now, and I'm like praying I don't get a call. Ooh, higher power, Capricorn, tapping in. I think you're not tapping in, and you're being told to tap into that higher power. Your higher self, your higher power, spiritual practice, whatever that is. All right. And death comes out again, but this time it's in the upright. Capricorn, you're stuck in the ending or something that's kind of fizzled out. It's still you're not moving on from it. Let's see what that means. Five of Cups. So your person has big disappointment, and you have Nine of Pentacles reversed. So there's definitely something between either you two, or there's something around you that has like been very disappointing, or a big letdown. Page of Wands. You have Death upright, I think, and your person has Page of Wands. I think that there might be like something that's like coming down the road here in the short term that is saying it's time to maybe move on. Yep, Knight of Pentacles upright. I think that they. I just don't feel like they think that this relationship is for them, and I think that you've lost the passion. That Knight of Wands is in reverse. You're just not like willing to go the extra step for them, or like do the extra for them. And the Ace of Wands is in reverse for you. So definitely some I think this might be like a mutual like, hey, we're kind of, this is over with. Four of Pentacles upright for your person. I think they're just kind of holding on to their heart, their feelings, their emotions, their thoughts. Everything is just kind of inside. They really just don't want to put the effort into this, I don't think, anymore. And so I think the higher powers here is like, tap into that to get the answer. It might be on you, like, to have the courage just to kind of just say it's time to move on, because death is here. I feel like the ending or the end has come, and if you just don't do something about it, the Knight of Wands is in reverse and the Ace of Wands is in reverse. You're going to be stuck in a very thick kind of dispassionate feeling, and it's like going to just make you miserable. So I kind of think that's where you're at, Capricorn. For those of you that this resonates with, you'll get that. But it's just kind of like, it's not going anywhere, and it's just going to be kind of very unhappy going forward. So I don't see that this is like something that is like has a whole lot of hope. I don't like to do negative readings, but I'm not gonna try and spin something that sounds just like rainbows and unicorns. All right, Gemini. We're gonna do Gemini. Gemini. Let's use. Give me just a moment here. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. I like to try and keep my sage burning or smoldering, because I find it helps afterwards. All right, Gemini. Gemini, you have 5 of coins, 7 of wands. Wow, 5 of cups in reverse, though. 7 of wands is in reverse. And the sun upright. Nice. The thing I like about the sun card is the sun and the star are kind of the same card in a way, because every star is a sun, every sun is a star. You know, the star is like that wish, that hope, or that far off idea, manifestation, dream, whatever. And it's just like that pinpoint of light. And so it's a star because it's so far away. But when it begins to manifest, it becomes the sun. So I think this is a good sign. I do like how that kind of ends this negative a little stretch here, or this kind of like disappointing stretch of cards they have here with the 5 of coins. Upright, it's like bitter disappointment being I feel like there's like an element of betrayal here. And then there's the 7 of wands in reverse. You're really not fighting for this. You have the 5 of cups in reverse. You're just you're not putting any more emotional energy into the disappointment. And the sun comes and shows up, and I think it's like, I got to do what's best for me. That's kind of how I see this. So Gemini, but we're going to see what your person is thinking and feeling, maybe. 3 of swords in the reverse. I think they're kind of they kind of, that it almost makes me feel like they're just narcissistic a little bit, or just don't have like the full capacity to feel emotions. Maybe death in reverse. They're in denial about this. And 4 of swords in reverse. Some of you might have a person that they like to stay up all night. They're just kind of unpredictable. They are all over the place. And 9 of pentacles upright. So definitely some denial here. And I think that not on your part, but on their part. I think that you are just tired of the same thing happening over and over. I think you see things that maybe they don't see. And I do feel like you might have somebody that's kind of maybe a bit of, I hate to just throw the word narcissist around like it's just casual, but they just don't, they're not capable of feeling things to the depth that like a lot of people are. So I kind of see this as like they're in denial, or they're unable to admit something. Maybe they're addicted to something, or they have something that is like blocking them from really feeling and seeing things. And the sun here comes out. I think that you just like realize that it's time to just go away. It's kind of like I see I'm going to get hurt over and over again. And the 9 of pentacles are here, and they might be somebody that is like they do okay in their work, their career, and they depend on that as like a lure to maybe hold you in place, maybe kind of keep you a little bit trapped, kind of hold that over your head. I know that sounds crazy, but that came to me. And then you have time to go, so you can't make these things up. It's time to go. All right, Libra, let's hope for like a really happy reading. Let's see, Libra. Some relationships can be like having kids. It could be exhausting. I don't know how many of you, I don't know how many of you have kids, children, but the younger they are, the harder they are to deal with. That when you can't communicate, you can't get through to them, you just can't crack that egg. That's what some relationships sometimes seem like they can be like, and that's not a good relationship. All right, Gemini. Nope, Libra. Sorry, Libra. I have 3 little terrorists. 5. Wesley's 5. Ezra's, gosh, he's 1.5. And Ansel is 2.5. So I have my hands full. Libra, you have the World upright, the Knight of Wands upright. Nice. Finally, something really nice. King of Pentacles reversed. 3 of Pentacles upright. Let's peek at your person. Libra, your person's a runner, but they're not cutting and running. They have some like karmic things to work out. Okay, Libra, so you have the World upright and you have the Knight of Wands upright, and you have the King of Coins in the reverse. And before I get to the last card here, I want to talk about these because it's like you are on to like you're in a new place in your life. And I feel that like you've learned like some life lessons and you've been through some things, you've seen through some things. And, your person is, I feel like they're a runner and you might have a tendency to chase them. And as weird as this sounds, it might be kind of like a twin flame kind of soulmate type situation. And I think that they might be prone to kind of cut and run, but they don't want to this time because they see something that's like really valuable in you. Actually, I think they see you as wanting to like inspires them to want to be a better person or to try harder or to do something different this time around. And I do like so the King of Coins is in reverse. I do feel like it like kind of throws you off. It doesn't make you feel totally secure, but I think you're going with it. The 3 of Coins is in the upright. I think this is something you're willing to work at. They have the 8 of Cups in reverse. And again, I feel like they're like a runner. They want to cut and run when things get tough, but they're not going to. They have the 5 of Cups in reverse. They're carrying a lot of past baggage. This is like nothing that's, in this relationship. And interestingly enough, they have the 3 of Coins in reverse. So I think that they're going to be a little bit resistant to like a healthy relationship. And so I think that this is something you're going to have to work at and be patient with, because if you really feel like this is the one or this is the person that you want to be with, you're going to have to be patient, give it time. They have the 2 of Swords here. And I do see like there's like they are really they have like commitment phobia. And that could be for so many reasons. I'm not a psychotherapist, and I don't know this person, so I can't really say anything about that. But it's like I feel like they have a phobia of committing to a relationship, and it's probably because things in the past, going way back. So I do feel like you're willing to work on it, but it like throws you off a little bit. It makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable. You have Poised, so just like be you. Don't let this. Um, throw you down the rabbit hole, or don't let it drag you down. Don't let it change who you are. Just be you and be patient. Like things take time. If it's going to work out, it's going to work out. It shouldn't be all you putting the effort in. If this is meant to be, they're going to gradually adjust and change and maybe do some healing. And maybe you're there to help them heal from past things. Libra. Okay, so Aquarius. Is he running? Is like past trauma or something? It's like something that like, we can't force people to we can't heal them. They have to heal themselves. They have to, like, it's just one of those things. And it's like sometimes the worst thing is to be in a relationship with a fixer-upper. Oh, you miss them? But sometimes that's a good thing because, um, I don't know, it's like, if you keep chasing, it it like shortens your, or like it almost like shortchanges your worth, and they don't really see, they're not forced to face things. If it's truly meant to be, they're not forced to face uh the 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 loss, the gap that's there, the emptiness. And so that has to lead them, if this is like a twin flame soulmate, they have to go down their own path to kind of figure out, where they went wrong. Because if we're not forced to figure out where we went wrong, we're never going to go, grow or look at, like, um if somebody's always trying to make things better, they're never going to look at themselves. It's like, it's like my wife always says to me, she's always picking up my socks, you know. But if she stops picking up my socks, maybe I'll start picking them up, or maybe I just need to, like, realize I need to do something about them. But if someone's always there to, like, do the work, you're never going to do it yourself. That's that kind of thing. I don't know if that made sense. I'm kind of rambling because it's so late. I'm not usually up this late. Okay, Aquarius, Hermit, 7 of Cups reverse, 3 of Wands reverse, and the Wheel reverse. Like, my son will take every toy out of the toy box and throw it. And it's finally, until we started, like, closing the bedroom door, locking him in there with us, and make him pick everything up, he stops throwing everything. It's like one of those things. Or at least he's cooperative when it comes time to clean up anyway. Queen of Coins. Three of Coins. 10 of Swords. This card wants to come out. I'm taking it. 7 of Coins. All right, Aquarius. Oh, Ketty, you don't have to do that. Stop doing that. But thank you, sweetie. If you want me to pull some cards, I will gladly do that after. All right, come to the edge, Aquarius. You got to put yourself out there. I don't know. I haven't really, like, kind of looked these cards over too much because I've been thinking about a bunch of other things. But you have come to the edge. So let me look at this, because you have the Hermit here. And you have the 7 of Cups reversed and the 3 of Wands reversed. So there's something here that and the Wheel reversed. So you have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. There's something here you're I think you're just, like, deciding, is this a long-term situation? Are they ever going to commit? And I especially feel like that with the 7 of Cups reversed, because sometimes we can, like, be overly zealous, or we can dream. I don't want to say dream too big, because I don't believe in that. I believe we can dream. If we can dream it, we can do it. But it's like, it sometimes, like, it just isn't going to work, or it just isn't going to happen. And so I feel like there's, like, this 7 of Cups is reversed. It's like you might be realizing, hey, maybe this isn't really what's right for me. And the 3 of Wands is reversed. This really isn't going to be a long-term commitment that's going to manifest like I want. And the Wheel is in reverse. And so it's not going to materialize the way that you want either. But you have come to the edge here. And so I think maybe this might be because the Hermit is here. You might be overthinking it. You're thinking too hard, too much, or it might be dominating your thoughts on a daily basis. And so I do feel like this is like a tip off here that maybe you're just overthinking things, because your person here has the Queen of Coins, the Three of Coins. So I feel like they're like into this, but they're not, they don't wear their emotions on their sleeve. They're not very out there with the feelers and that kind of thing. And they have the Ten of Swords in reverse. So they're kind of like ending some kind of painful period in their life, or they're releasing some pain in their life. And so I feel like that they need to open up more. I think that's where the hang up is in this, because you want them to be more open with their feelings and their emotions, and they're really not, but you can't make them be either. So I kind of feel like that's like there's some big disconnect here. Like, you think that they're not going to be long-term material, and they're just like a quiet person. They're very to themselves. They don't talk a lot about their feelings. They're not very expressive, and so you take that as somebody that isn't, like into you. But it really isn't that. And they have this Ten of Swords, so they still have this tinge of pain from the past, and it's kind of coming away like the layers of an onion. And that's just something that they are retaining and holding on to. But I think this is saying, like, you got to switch it up to come to the edge. You got to be willing to maybe try something different, and trust that maybe this person is just like different than you're used to. They don't, they may not be overly emotional, and maybe that's what you're used to. And so maybe this is just a different kind of person that you have really dealt with in the past. And I kind of just see it that way. They have the Seven of Pentacles in the finishing spot here, and I feel like that, like um I think they're all about just being practical and productive in life, and they're not just one of those people that is going to just blab and tell you everything that they feel all the time. And so they might be a bit of a mystery to you. It doesn't mean that they're not into you or they don't want a long-term relationship. It's just, I think that they're not like that kind of person to be all out there. So I think that this is saying that come to the edge is like, it's like you got to like maybe be willing to take a different approach on things, get them to open up some more. It might be this Ten of Swords here that's still hanging around. It's still, they got that, still got a little bit of that lingering sting from something. And maybe you're here in their life to help them change that a little bit. So it's just really weird how this just kind of just tells a story to me. We're going to do Cancer. All right, Cancer. Water signs, 3 left, and then time for bed. Well, thank you for the feedback, CA. Cancer. What is going on? Ace of Wands. Knight of Wands. Death. 8 of Pentacles reversed. What's this one? Cups reversed. Swords reversed. Wow, okay. Cancer, I kind of feel like you guys are like in a bit of an ending in this relationship. It's, that's always like, I hate to say it, but like it just seems like you have the Ace of Wands and then the Knight of Wands and Death. I think you're moving toward like, hey, you're moving toward something else. and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. I think you feel like this isn't really worth fighting for, or really isn't going to be in the end. Not that it's not worth it. It's just you kind of feel like you know what the outcome's going to be. And I do also like they have Seven of Cups reverse and King of Swords reverse. They're very quiet and kept to themselves. So I don't feel like that they're really saying a whole lot right now. I think that their mind is elsewhere, or they're just very closed off. And the Ace of Pentacles is in the reverse, and you have Death. Like they're lined up. And so this is kind of like a done deal. But nobody's really saying anything, I think, but that they're like at the point where, maybe you both are thinking the same thing, but you're not saying the same thing. So there isn't really a whole lot of communication in this. And it just is like, very stagnant. Sometimes it's really, it's, it's sometimes I always feel like it could be comfortable to be uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Because like getting out there and being uncomfortable again, it can be kind of hard, if that makes sense. So you have go the distance here. So like this, something needs to be wrapped up and finished up. It's like this is. I don't feel like this is for you. You have something else out there that's further down the road, and this is kind of hanging you up. And I feel like this is like a mutual kind of thing. There just isn't. It's like that song, "You Lost That Loving Feeling." That's kind of what this feels like, and it's kind of run its course. And Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. What am I going to do? So I locked the cat door so my cat can't bother me. She's trying to pound it to get down here. She gets into everything. She gets into my tarot cards. So Scorpio, you have, oh wow, Page of Cups in reverse. Four of Cups, upright. Eight of Swords reverse. I don't know why I said Four of Cups. It was Nine of Cups. So I apologize. And then the Tower. All right, Scorpio, what's your person thinking, feeling, doing? So you have the Page of Cups in reverse. So there's like you want a commitment from this person. They have the Devil in reverse. This is something that's just going to take time, and I'll explain. All right, Scorpio, you have the Page of Cups in reverse, and so I feel that you're waiting for them to finish something up, because you have the Page of Cups in reverse, and they have the Devil in reverse. So they have something that they're letting go of, they're getting out of, that's hanging them up. And it could be so many different things. It could be just about it could be like they're going through an emotional thing right now, like it could be depression, or they're just getting out of it, or it could be some kind of addiction, or something, some kind of thing has them held up in life, and they're like actually just starting to move out of that. And so you're like patiently waiting for that kind of to break free, because you have the Nine of Cups. I misspoke and I said four, but you have the Nine of Cups in the upright. So you're looking at the potential in this, and you have the Eight of Swords in reverse. So you're starting to see things like the potential in things. It's like you are like not like kind of all up in your head anymore. Like you're starting to see some big changes in this person. And you have the Seven of Cups. They have the Seven of Cups upright, but they're kind of still a little bit caught up in what they got going on in their personal life. And they have the Ace of Cups, but the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Swords, like those two are lined up, that you're the Eight of Swords reverse, they're the Ace of Cups. So you're kind of like on the same like progression. So they do very much have like this idea, there's like a lot of potential there. But I think that like you have this level of maturity that they just quite don't have yet. And they're kind of getting there. There's something that's in their midst or their past or their recent past that's kind of clearing up in their life. But you have the tower here too. And so I don't take the tower as something negative. I think the tower might just be related to that Eight of Swords, like could have been upright and you were really just up in your head, overthinking things and being caught up in it. And then now that you're getting out of that, you're starting to see things for what they are. So all that other noise and stuff around you is kind of going away. I don't feel like the tower is like this big negative thing. I just see it as like the tower is like all the just the stuff around you that it doesn't matter, doesn't make sense, doesn't fit, is just kind of clearing away. And I think it's giving you some clarity, but they have the Hermit in reverse. So they have some inner work to do. I feel like that, like I said, there's like a level of maturity here that you have that they don't quite have yet. And it may not even be maturity. It's just something that they have to kind of work out. I don't know how to really put it, but apply it for your situation how you will, if it makes sense. Serendipity coming out for the second time tonight. And, wait for some big change, something unexpected. And it could be, I feel like this is very much tied to this relationship. So the tower coming in for you and then serendipity, I do feel like if a bunch of stuff kind of goes away that doesn't matter, it makes room for like the big things to come in and change things. And so it might be like a big surprise for you out of nowhere, or it just might be one of those things that you always hope for to happen actually finally comes through. And it's just like you might change the way you feel about if you've ever doubted efforts on manifesting and trying to manifest things into your reality. That might be like what this is about too, like seeing that something actually, it might actually kind of spook you in a good way or something like that. So that's kind of how I see this. And then we're going to do Pisces and wrap it up. Oh, Pisces. Pisces. Well, I appreciate everybody that joined me tonight. And for those watching the restream, thank you. Pisces, you have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the King of Wands upright, Three of Cups upright, and Ten of Pentacles upright. You know what, Pisces, I almost feel like I just like got this feeling like you have different priorities than your person. Not in a negative way, just like you have completely different priorities. You're not ready to like totally commit. You have Observer. I feel like you're not totally ready to commit 100%. There's like that element of freedom you'd like to have that you don't want to give up just yet. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So I feel like to you, it's just business as usual. You're going to continue being you, and you're not willing to like give up all your everything just yet for this relationship. And it might even be because you feel like it's not the person that's for you. They have the Seven of Cups upright, Knight of Wands, King of Swords, Death reverse. So I feel like they see you from like you may be one of those couples that spends a lot of time apart, and they may see a lot of what you do on social media. You may be more like the social butterfly, and they're more like the recluse. And I think they get jealous. You have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the King of Wands. You're really happy doing what you're doing now. You don't really want to change anything. The Three of Cups are upright. You're perfectly okay with the way you are doing things, and you don't want to change that. The Ten of Pentacles is here. This you just feel like, hey, this is where I'm at in life, and I don't want to change anything just yet. They have the Seven of Cups upright, and then the Knight of Wands in reverse. So the Seven of Cups upright, I think that they like look at you. I really do feel like they see you, especially Observer came out. I just thought of that too. They see you from like a distance. They're seeing like, kind of how you spend more time doing other things. You're into your work and you're into your friends, your family, other things, having a good time. Those are the things that are most important to you right now in life. And I think they have a level of jealousy. And I think that they can have a tendency to be a little bit hurtful, with the things they say, especially the King of Swords here. So they might have some things that, they say, or like they might just kind of like try to, poke at you a little bit. And it's just jealousy. I feel like your person is just jealous because you are happy being you, doing you, and they want more of your time, and you're not willing to just fully commit to this yet and just give everything up. Because you're just not sure, or you're just not ready to be at that place. So like I feel like you're very out there, open, and outgoing, and they're very kind of the exact opposite. And so there's like this friction. They have Death in reverse. So they're not letting this go. I think this is something that they're going to keep trying to hold on to. But I feel like that maybe this person isn't quite for you, but there's something about them that you really do like adore and care about. But at the same time, I think that they are more jealous of you than they are anything else. And it's just the way I just feel is like there's this jealousy in this person. And I think that some of it is because they wish they were more outgoing like you were. And so maybe invite them out or try to get them out more. Maybe you have and they refuse. They're just that's the way they are. I don't know. But I do feel like that they see you from a distance, having a good time, having fun, and it kind of does something to them. Kind of weird, they want you all for their own, but at the same time, if you two were together in the same room all the time, always together 24/7, they might just still be that quiet person that doesn't pay a lot of attention to you anyway. So it just feels like a really weird kind of energy here. So I tend to ramble and go on and go on. So, but anyway, apply that for your situation how you will, if that resonates with you. How did that get? How did it get retracted? That's funny. Um, Thank you for being here. I really appreciate everybody being here. I tend to ramble and just, go on and on and on. But sometimes I like to jump on because it's like a lot of work to just set up a camera, record a video, and just do all this stuff. So I kind of like to do this differently. I don't know how many people are on here. I wasn't even really paying too close attention. If anybody has a question they want to ask or wants, whoa, where'd you go? There you are. Okay. I lost you for a second. If anybody has a question they want to ask, or wants me to pull a card, I'll stick around for a little bit. If not, I'll just wait a few minutes. And I really appreciate you guys showing up. You got a question? All right. No problem. Let's see. Any question at all? You got anything you want to ask, or you just want to wing it? Where's the love? Yeah. $1 million question. Well, you do have a blessing of protection. So that's the first card. I haven't pulled these tonight. So I look at these as like spirit guide cards. So there's something very protective around you, or you're a very protective person. But either way, there's like this idea or feeling of protection, um, or maybe you're protecting your heart. That could be like really what it's about. Um, like you really are hoping for something that maybe you might be giving up on. Um, it just feels like there is something that's being protected, and it might actually be you that's being protected, and you don't really even realize it. So I don't know if that makes sense. And I can pull some for you, Phoenix, too. Here, let's see. Okay, where's the love? Let's see. Oh, this popped out. Two cards popped out. Four of Swords and Six of Coins. I feel like I think you're getting tired of this. The Four of Swords. I feel like you're getting tired of like the whole. I don't know how to word this, but like you might be getting tired of like the whole self-care routine and like taking care of yourself, and like I feel like there might be a little bit of um, boredom in that. Like okay, I can work on myself all I want, um, but like where's the value in that? If there's like nobody there to share that with, like I'm constantly improving, I'm constantly working on myself. I'm alone a lot. And I think this is like you're kind of getting bored of it. It might be like a little bit overdone for you. So, but you have like the Six of Coins here. And, it's funny. I just got this interesting thing that kind of comes through. It's like, I think you might be like deciding like, okay, I don't really value some of the things I used to as much anymore. I think like maybe I want to pull another one and see, because I feel like something the way you're looking at things or feel about things, or like some things that you thought were the most important to you in life are like kind of like not so much anymore. Maybe something happened and like you just like, well, something's changed. So you have the Page of Coins in reverse. All right. I'll read reversals like in personal readings, but usually I don't do it on YouTube because it's just like it's a lot to it. But so you have the Page of Coins in reverse. Um, I feel like you just feel very stuck. It's one of those things like when you quit looking for it, um, then it happens. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? That Four of Swords could be like, okay, I'm tired of being single too, but I feel like there's more to it than that. I feel like there's a party that wants to let like the party, not the party girl out, but like the like you want to just unwind and have a good time, um, and just feel like really connected with somebody and um, forget about some things. Like even if it's not like totally 100% like lifelong life partner, like you would sacrifice like something that's pretty good for versus like holding out for the like the best thing that might it is going to be down the road. But like right now, like I'll take pretty good. Queen of Coins in reverse. So definitely have like I feel like you feel just really disappointed and let down, and it's kind of throwing you off. But I feel like you're paying too much attention to it, and it's like you're losing your center. You're like becoming a little bit detached from like being grounded. Like it can like mess with your head a little bit. It's like it's like nagging at you. So it's like you need to like look at something else, put your time and effort into something else, and when you do, that's like eventually that's when it happens. That's when it comes in. So that's kind of, I don't know, it just kind of feels like you're thinking too much about the singleness. Um, and not enough about something else, and then it'll just come out of nowhere. Good morning. Okay, Phoenix. Anybody coming in for you? Well, we will see. Carrie Ann, thanks for joining. Tail end of this. Blessing on your boundaries. Phoenix, are you like one of those people that people can just like, maybe they can't just bust your door down right away, but at some point, like it's just a little at a time, you can be easily like manipulated into just like leaving the door open to somebody that can just run rampant in your life. I don't know. That's just like, it's like one of those things like, okay, I'm going to trust again. And then here they come to wreak havoc, and, they throw everything on the floor and they just trample everything. And you wonder how the hell things got so messy and crazy. And it's because you're overly trusting of people, and you like love to a fault, to your own detriment. Chopwood. Okay, so this card to me means like put your energy into something that is going to release things. So like if you're working, put your energy into your work. Do something creative. Do something different to get those things out that are still inside you that need to come out. I don't know. I feel like there's just some things that you need to be kind of worked out on your end. Like I don't know if you've ever like procrastinated and like dreaded doing something, and you put it off for so long, and then you actually go to do it and it's like, wow, that was a piece of cake. It's kind of like one of those things, and in that you're going to be able to just think some things through and like kind of let some things go. But we're going to see anybody coming in for you. Let's see. Well, you have the World. So that means something is coming to an end. Something is finally finishing up, wrapping up in your life. And it is like one of those things where I almost feel like when I saw that, I was like you can like breathe and let it go. It's like a release. Yeah, the Emperor. I think you're like, it's funny. I was just going to say boundaries, and I forgot this card came out, boundaries. Like, I feel like you are trying hard. I may be totally off base here, but I feel like you're trying hard to set boundaries, or to be like somebody that's like very in control of their life. You want somebody in your life, but you don't want them to run your life. Make sense? And Five of Swords. Let's pull one more. Five of Pentacles. I think like for the time being, you're kind of just I feel like there's just like you got the World, and that's like a completion and end. And I think you got to regain your footing. And I think that there's some things that you have to release and let go. Like Chopwood is here. This is like saying like, okay, that like some things might be over with and changing in your life, but you really gotta like let that the things that are lingering, like the things that you felt about the past, things you think about the past, you have to let them go, and you can't carry them with you. And at the same time, like it's like all about boundaries with you, and like restructuring your life, and like really taking care of things in a way, like it's like reorganizing things. And I see like, this comes out here. Emperor, boundaries, and this I felt like boundaries. So I feel like you are like maybe restructuring the way that you know, going forward, like you're not going to do the same thing that you did the last time. And so you're making damn sure of it. But I think that it's just not like this is like, I'm thinking like the next few weeks. No, not like in the next few weeks. But there could be something in the near future, just not like in the immediate future. Okay, I'm going to probably wrap it up unless anybody has anything else they want to ask. And I'm going to check on my kiddos, try to get an hour or two of sleep, go to work. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming and visiting me in my creepy basement. And one last call for any questions before I wrap up. No, I don't actually play with Ouija boards. So if anybody asks me that, it's just a cool mug. I'm not into that kind of thing, just in case anybody asks. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next live stream if you're around when I do it. And have a great night and have a great weekend. I'll see you all later. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Phoenix. Thank you, Ketty. Thank you, Carrie Ann. Everybody else. All right. Love you guys. Bye.